Everywhere you look, people have the ability to record sounds and play them live almost instantly, all in the palm of their hands. Like this recording. Like this recording, you're listening to me talk, right? Or are you listening to what sounds like me talking? Something that sounds very similar, almost indistinguishable from my real voice, produced by my vocal cords inside my body. Or are you simply listening to information that is imitating the same information that comes out of my mouth when it opens? These are all good questions to ask. But my question is, how is this even possible? What does it mean to own a sound that was recorded? And how does this affect an audio storytelling experience? Well, let's take a look at the history of recorded sound. In 1857, the phonautograph was patented or invented by Edward Leon Scott de Martinville. The word autograph is used in the modern world to describe someone's signature, a manner in writing their name that is unique, one of their own. The word phonautograph essentially means to write a sound of your own, which is precisely what it was meant for. It worked by using a horn to accentuate the vibrations of speech and other sound onto a boar hair, which would vibrate at the same frequency, scratching this pattern onto a plate of glass with soot. This would create the following image of a waveform. The technology to play back these kinds of waveforms did not exist yet, but this was a massive step forward in the hopes of creating capturing technology aside from pen and paper. Later on, the phonograph was patented by Thomas Edison. This device worked in the same fashion but recorded the sound onto a wax cylinder with a stylus that cut through the wax and was played back by using a light touch to guide the stylus into the groove pattern, which produced the sound back again. Then the gramophone came along, which worked the same but used flat discs that were more durable and portable than the cylindrical wax material of the phonograph. They were sold to the masses as the first commercially available record players. As the years went by, people tried out different inventions to get a better product, a more efficient product, a cheaper product, a more accessible and customizable product that could be used in any and every situation. After all, people were getting tired of watching films in silence, tired of listening to the same song on repeat, tired of having to remember everything said in a business meeting that wasn't written in their notes. The list goes on. But with every new invention, the principle stayed the same. Record and capture information in whatever form it may come, then reproduce that information in the highest quality possible. The creation of vinyl records increased the amount of sound that could be recorded onto a single disc, as well as increasing the quality of the sound. After that, cassette players were invented, which used magnetic patterns to store the sound information. These magnetic patterns act in place of the physical grooves on a record. The playback involved a few extra steps, but again, the principles of storing information stayed the same. When compact discs or CDs came out, they worked in a similar way that the vinyl records did. Instead of using a physical stylus to make grooves, the CD would use a laser to make tiny lines and pits on a thin outer layer of the disc surface. Another laser would then scan and read this information in the form of reflection. With the rise of streaming and storing information inside of computers, the use of the MP3 format to store music became very popular and is the most commonly used form of sound information storage today. Although physical internal and external storage drives still exist and probably will for a while, the information that is used to make sounds is all digital, not really visible to the human eye. It's all ones and zeros now. But what does this mean in terms of owning a sound? When you record yourself and post it on a public platform for everyone in the world to see and download, is it still your own? Is a digital rendition of your voice really you? At the same time, if you stream something, the information you are receiving is only temporary. This temporary access is granted to you by whoever owns it. How does this affect storytelling? When people are entranced by a story or a song, it's partly because they are experiencing something that is not meant to imitate reality, but an entirely different world. People like to listen to a mix of an album that makes them feel like they're really in the studio when it was being recorded. If this recording and playback technology keeps being upgraded to the point of being indistinguishable from what is created by human hands and voices, will people be taken out of the story? Will these advancements expand the realm of new noises that can be made, sounds no one has ever heard before in the history of mankind? Or will people choose to use stock sounds out of convenience? Or will the audio experience become even more immersive? Are people taking the sound experience for granted? Well, maybe, but as long as the sound information can hold people's attention and entertain them, does it matter what form it comes in?